funniest moment for the last year?
Has there been any funny moments in 2020? I don't know, actually. The funniest moment, 4-0 at half-time, Bobby giving the team the second half off. That was my funniest moment.
Bobby, funniest moment?
Funniest moment was 4-0 up at half-time. Chairman's waiting for me at the tunnel. Not happy after the game that I gave the boys the afternoon off.
Finished 4-0.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the funniest moment for me. And I've had some funny moments this year, but that for me was, yeah, I realised who I was working with that day, to be fair.
Brilliant. Kayne, does that move on to angriest moment?
Being ripped off by Roscoe and Neil Holloway.
Okay.
And then seeing him appear at Hartley Whitney and Reading City, having ripped me off for like 30 odd grand.
Yeah, that'll make me pretty angry as well. Bobby?
My funniest moment is I hadn't spoken to Kayne for a couple of days. He was doing a lot of business, a lot of work, and literally we hadn't spoken, and I had a meeting with him at 5 o'clock, and we hadn't spoken for a few days, and Barker sent in a stupid message in the group.
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
it? Like, I can't say what was in the group, but I was waiting to see
It was a
Kayne.
video.
Like, yeah, some sort of...
In a cafe.
Yeah, some sort of video. So I couldn't believe I'm about to see the chairman in a serious meeting. We were sorting out plans for where we're going. And Barkus was meant to send me a silly video and Mike, but sent it to me, Mike and Kayne. So Kayne's walked in. Literally, behind the scenes, that was absolutely one of my angriest moments.
Wow.
What ended up being one of the funniest moments as well after, because that's Barkus all day.
Yeah.
You know?
That is Barkus.
Bobby, stupidest player?
He's not stupid. He's just absolutely hilarious. Joe Grant. He's just a special lad to work with.
Special on all fronts.
Yeah, I just like to be around him because he brightens up people's days.
Mate.
And,
Mate.
Yeah, he kept calling me mate for the first few weeks, and he got actually warned. No, he's your gaffer. Like, I'm not your mate. Trust me. Like, we're in a work. I'm your gaffer. And then I rang him one night and he went, all right, mate. And then I texted him and he said, oh, thanks, mate. And it ended up being a bit of a joke, but he's not the stupidest. He's actually a very intelligent lad.
He's a lovely lad.
He's just a pleasure to work with. And
Great having him back.
Yeah, great having him back. When I went and got him back, I couldn't believe the last club let him go. So I've got to send out a big shout to him. He's been a pleasure to work with and funny as well.
Yeah. So Kayne, same as you?
100%. He's number one. He's a lovely lad. He's a local lad, and there was a funny one because him and Gates, the two Joes, they used to car share, and well, how they got to games together was always a mystery. I remember once we were playing in Hertfordshire, and they were going south down the M3 towards Southampton. It was always a stupid off between these two, and they're never late. But how they were never late is beyond me. But just he's so great to have around the squad because he just is endless. He's just so funny. He is so funny.
Worst dressed player?
Dan Bayliss. Literally, he is a terrible dresser.
Is he?
Like, yeah, he's.
I've only seen him in his club tracks.
Yeah, no, he's when he goes out here, just wear Adidas hat, Adidas jumper. I think he was going to meet some girl one day and like I couldn't believe what he was wearing, so yeah, I think he's up there. He'll certainly text me later and have me for when this comes out, but I've got to say he's definitely one of the worst dressers.
Worst dress coaches?
Oh, Lee Barkus by a
Barkus,
mile. He has
100%.
not got a clue how to dress. He still dresses in 1990s.
He come to that in fancy dress. He come to our summer party in fancy dress.
Yes.
But it wasn't. That was him. Well,
You know, he's just a bad. Like he will think I'm bantering him now. He's got no dress sense whatsoever.
it was a vintage. It was a vintage Ralph Lauren from 1970.
Yeah, he just literally. It's embarrassing when he meets up and we go and watch games, and we watch a lot of games. I don't actually stand with him. I make sure I stand away because he is absolutely terrible dresser.
His style doesn't just end there.
No, it doesn't. He's
No,
like literally.
He's got yellow throws, black painted wall.
Oh, like yeah, even his
And
style.
he's got an Aladdin rug.
Yeah.
I mean, his style is
No, literally, he sent us a photo the other day of him sat in his chair and like literally he's got this new Aladdin rug, hasn't he? And he's just a terrible all-round stylist. Like literally, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully he will take our advice one day and we can help him out. But
I think he's beyond help on the style front.
He is beyond help on a lot of things, but I love him to bits.
So you agree completely?
100%.
On Angriest coach.
Ah, that's easy. The little leprechaun, Mike. It's just angry, small. I don't know. It's like them Jack Russells. I don't know if it's because small. I don't know what it is about small, but he's an angry little elf. End off. Angry little elf.
First things first, he's not a coach, he's my assistant manager, because last time he had a go at me. And what an unbelievable assistant manager he is, but he's definitely got angrier as the season's gone.
Yeah.
The players would back me on that.
Yeah.
Literally.
And now we've got to endure 16 weeks of marathon training updates on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's into his marathon runs.
He's not only angry, he's boring. Marathon this, running that. Oh, gee. This is why lockdown needs to end for people like Mike Mika, because well,
I ring him about 6-7 times a day over football, and even lately he's not even answering to me in the mornings because he's out doing his work. And then
pace this, average that, hill incline.
And we have a little challenge as well. Like we're gonna do a race against each other. As you can see, that's why I'm losing my weight and training quite hard. No question, I will beat him. But he's so angry, he just believes that he will beat me. But I will make sure I beat him. But yes, he's definitely the angriest assistant manager I've ever worked with.
Angriest and boringest at this point in time. He is, really quite boring.
Yeah, because normally your coach, your assistant manager, they get angry when they've had a few beers. He's angry. Literally, but if you give him 2 beers, he thinks he's Rocky.
Yes.
He couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag, and that's the problem. Yeah. But as an assistant manager, he's the best out there. We can laugh and joke, and we do laugh and joke with him, and that's what I love about him. The way he's come on to be an assistant manager has just been a credit to him, because he is good, very, very good, and he's got a bright future in the game, and hopefully we'll be together many years. But I have to say, definitely
if he can survive, because at the moment he's on day 2 of marathon updates, and I've already said to him, if we got 16 weeks of this, it's going to be a problem. Because I'm already bored, mate.
Well, who's the angriest player? Who would be our angriest player?
Mike Atkinson.
No, he's not angry. He's just pure class.
Yeah, but when he does him,
I think angriest is Max. When I brought Max off twice in the last couple of years, in the last year, and he throws his hands up in a little tantrum and stuff like that. So I think Max would be quite angry. Yeah. Shaq's angry when I don't play him or he hasn't had a good game. We've got 3 or 4 angry boys.
Or just a bit uncertain, Jace. Goalkeeping coach.
Jace can be very, very sulky and angry at times as well. And you think he's one of my coaches. Yeah. We got 3, 4. Yeah, I'd put Jace in the top 3. Max is definitely 1. Like, if he throws his arms up once more when I bring him off, he'll sit with me for a few weeks. He'll be watching this, so I look forward to that. That's it basically, them angriest boys.
Yeah. I say Mike Atkinson only because that little glint in his eye.
Who do you think would be the best captain? Would it be Dan Bayliss, Max or Seb? Because there's a big rivalry in the changing room over this. And we brought it up a few weeks back. Who would you think, from outside the changing room, who would be your captain? Mine's Max all day. I will support my captain. Yeah. But there's a big rivalry. Like Dan Bayliss texts me or rings me sometimes saying he should be
the captain.
Yeah. I've had a few texts and rings from Seb saying he should be captain. To be fair, Joe Grant phoned me once, said could he be captain.
Does Grant know what a captain is?
Yeah, no, he
Did you look it up on the internet?
He just wanted to be captain for some reason, and he rang me up. He said, "Don't tell them, boys."
Yeah. Scott
Reese wants to be captain.
Oh, Scotty, yeah, that's a good shout.
Would Scotty be yours?
Scotty Reese, good shout. But Max, as long as Max doesn't throw his arms up in the air in 21.
But Scott Reese never ever sulks. Scott Reese is just an out and out pro. Does his work, gets on with it. Max, he throws his arms up when he gets brought off. If we're 4-5-0 up and I want to rest him for the next game on the Monday, that's what actually happens. Who would yours be? You'd be Scott Reese, wouldn't you?
I'd have to give it to Max because it would be a slight if I said anyone else.
Right, okay.
Max. But Dan Bayliss, wash out.
He'll love that, by the way. He'll love that.
Seba, for time served. And Seba he's definitely the brains behind this. You know, when Seba comes to his football club, 5 years ago when Seba comes to his football club, I must say, he was the only player I've ever seen have a Chardonnay after a game. Very suave and sophisticated is Seba. He would be, from an IQ, I would imagine Seba's IQ, if captain was decided on IQ, it would be Seba. It definitely would be Dan Bayliss because he would be down with Joe Grant in the thing off. So yeah.
This is what I mean. We do this, and these boys have seen this, and they just have the banner.
Yeah.
It's just pure fun, and that's what we're trying to do. And please, everyone, just understand this is for you to watch, just to take up 10 minutes of your time. Because when I watch this back, I laugh and joke, and these are memories through this hard time. And when Kayne said he wanted to do this, it was like, if it just takes people's minds off a boring day that we are having boring days at the moment, just for a half hour to an hour, we've achieved something today. And that's how we roll, you know. And I have to say, you know, he talks about my standards. His standards is being unbelievable. And yes, people might think I have to say that. No, he's helped me through some tricky times when I've got no football, by giving me a bit of coaching to do. You know, I don't have to do that, you know. He sent in group messages to all our boys when they're feeling low, supporting every coach. Because I do feel for him right now he's got, like you say, 35 people he has to protect, look after as his own family. Plus he's got his own, you know, lovely wife and kids, but he takes all of us as his family. So to everyone out there, he deserves a massive, massive lot of credit because what he's doing for this football club and all of us, you know, I don't care what people say, he deserves, well, there's not enough credit out there, to be fair, to give him. And I only ever say that once to him, to be fair.